In the morning, people often start their day by thinking about their problems, which are essentially memories stored in the brain. These memories, linked to specific people, things, and times, are rooted in the past. Since the brain holds records of past experiences, morning thoughts often revolve around past events. Each memory carries an associated emotion, which is the result of past experiences. When people recall these memories and feel the associated emotions, such as sadness or pain, it affects their current state of being, anchoring them in the past. This habitual focus on the past can lead to a predictable future, as one's thoughts and emotions are intertwined. If a person's thoughts are influenced by their emotions, which are based on past experiences, they are essentially thinking in the past. This pattern often leads to a repetition of the same life experiences. Furthermore, people often reinforce their connection to their known world through routine activities, such as checking social media and emails, following a set morning routine, and interacting with the same people and environments. This routine becomes a program, diminishing their free will and making it harder to change. The repeated nature of these activities ingrains them into the subconscious, forming a cycle that is challenging to break. By the time we reach the age of 35, it's estimated that 95% of our identity is formed by a set of memorized behaviors, emotional responses, unconscious habits, attitudes, beliefs, and perceptions. These operate automatically, much like a computer program. Even if a person consciously wishes to be healthy, happy, or free, their body may be running on an entirely different, ingrained program. To initiate change, it's crucial to move beyond the analytical mind, which acts as a barrier between the conscious and subconscious minds. Meditation can be a powerful tool here, as it helps people learn to alter their brainwaves and slow down their thoughts, accessing the subconscious mind where significant changes can be made. Often, people wait for a significant life event like a crisis, trauma, illness, or loss to prompt a change. However, the suggestion here is not to wait for such extremes. Change can happen through pain and suffering or through inspiration and positivity. The choice is ours. A large part of our lives, about 70%, is spent in survival mode, under stress, often anticipating the worst outcomes based on past experiences. This negative expectation is a selection from the myriad of possibilities, often leading to fear and a state of constant alert in the body. When this is repeated often enough, the body reacts with fear even without conscious triggers. As these reactions become deeply ingrained, this cycle can lead to an addiction to emotional highs from stress, using life's problems to reinforce personal limitations. When trying to change, recalling past events triggers the same chemical reactions in the brain and body as if the event is happening again, reinforcing these patterns. It's important to recognize that the body often serves as an unconscious reflection of these ingrained patterns and beliefs. When you sit down and think about a potential negative future event, your body reacts emotionally as if it were actually happening. This is because your body cannot differentiate between a real-world event and one imagined with strong emotion. As a result, people often find themselves stuck in recurring emotional states. Over time, these emotions condition the body so strongly that when you try to change them, it's difficult. The body, which was once a servant to the mind, starts to control it. People may cling to familiar emotions like guilt or suffering because they are predictable, and the uncertainty of the unknown can be intimidating. However, you can create your future instead of predicting it from the known, familiar space. It involves consciously choosing the thoughts you want to reinforce and the behaviors you want to adopt. Mentally rehearsing these, with focused attention, tricks the brain into thinking the imagined event is real, creating new neural pathways. This shifts the brain from being a record of the past to a map for the future. The key is to emotionally connect with the feelings of your desired future before it happens. You shouldn't wait to feel empowered, abundant, loved, or whole until after achieving your goals. This old model of reality is based on external causes changing how we feel internally. But in the quantum model of reality, it's about causing the effect ourselves. Feelings of abundance, empowerment, wholeness, and love can initiate the corresponding changes in your life. This approach shifts you from being a victim of external circumstances to a creator of your reality. It involves recognizing that your thoughts and feelings can directly influence your life outcomes, leading you to understand and embrace your role as a creator of your reality. This is a departure from the belief that thoughts are just passive reflections of the truth, acknowledging instead their active role in shaping our experiences. One profound insight in personal development is recognizing that not every thought we have reflects the truth. With an average of 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day, many of which are repetitive, believing these thoughts can significantly impact our destiny. If the same thoughts lead to the same choices, behaviors, experiences, and emotions, change becomes difficult. Becoming aware of this cycle, a process called metacognition, is essential. It's about observing your thoughts, actions, and feelings from a distance. Why is this important? The more aware you are of your automatic, unconscious patterns, the less likely they will control you unconsciously. Familiarizing yourself with your habitual thoughts, behaviors, and emotions means letting go of the old self and forming new, constructive patterns. This requires consistent practice. Much like tending a garden where you must remove weeds, old habits, and prepare the soil for new growth. Comfort zones and predictability often keep us tied to the past. If we don't have a vision for the future, we become prisoners of past memories, leading to a predictable and unchanging life. Your environment starts to control your thoughts and feelings, as every interaction forms a neural network associated with specific emotions. For example, a person might continually engage with certain people or situations to reaffirm negative emotions like judgment or suffering. This dependency on external factors to feel certain emotions implies a lack of internal control. Meditation serves as a tool to transcend this. By disconnecting from your environment and controlling your physical responses, you train yourself to focus less on external stimuli and more on internal thoughts. This helps in recognizing when your attention, and hence your energy, drifts into past emotions. Each time you bring your focus back to the present, you assert control over your mind, strengthening your will over past conditioning and emotional responses. This process of mindfulness and self-awareness is key in reshaping your reality and breaking free from the cycle of repetitive thought patterns. By repeatedly practicing mindfulness and control over your reactions, much like training an animal, your body eventually learns to comply. This repeated practice leads to a significant shift where the body stops dictating your reactions and thoughts. When you reach this point of surrender, there's a profound release of energy. This shift can be described as moving from a state of being solid and fixed, particle, to a more fluid and dynamic state, wave. Transitioning from the physical, matter, to the energetic, energy. This process effectively frees you from the emotional bonds that tie you to past experiences. This phenomenon isn't just theoretical, it has been observed and documented numerous times. In fact, advancements in neuroscience have made it possible to observe and predict this transformation through brain imaging techniques. This scientific backing adds credibility to the process, showing that consistent practice can lead to tangible changes in how the brain and body respond to past emotions and experiences. As we conclude our journey today, remember, the path to mastering your mind and transcending past emotions is a continual one. It's about training your inner self with the same patience and persistence as taming a wild animal. This transformation is not an overnight miracle. It's a journey of persistence, patience, and practice. Your dedication to this practice can lead to profound changes in how you perceive and interact with the world. Imagine your body no longer controlling your mind, but rather following its lead, liberating you from past shackles and opening up new, boundless possibilities for your future. Keep nurturing your practice. Stay curious, stay inspired, and keep walking your path of personal growth and transformation. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, stay empowered and transformed.